Hi, I'm Stu from Hive Mind Automation and welcome to the Hive. In this video, we'll be taking a look at this brilliant lighting smart switch. We'll take a look at the build quality, the native app control, some of the features, and we'll see how well it integrates into Home Assistant. So while I roll the intro, take a moment to subscribe, hit the bell icon to get notified when I release new videos each week, and hit the like button down below as well. Now let's get started. So I picked up this brilliant lighting smart plug with energy monitoring from Officeworks the other day for $24.98. Now, I've not looked at any smart accessories from this particular brand before, so I'm going to be interested to see how well it works. And if I like it, I'll add some more devices from this brand to the lineup. So before I even get it out of the box, something that strikes me as quite interesting about this unit is that it is clearly quite small because the box is pretty small. If I grabbed the IKEA trad-free smart plug, which is back in its box, we see that this box is almost smaller than the whole trad-free unit itself. It's definitely one of the smaller units that I've tested, and while size isn't everything, it does become important when you want to plug in more than one device, because you've got, say, a dual outlet or even on a power strip. Now, this unit also doesn't require a Zigbee bridge as it uses direct Wi-Fi connectivity, and after about 30 seconds of research, I found that it's probably going to be a 2-year flash unit. So we're going to try to set it up with the 2-year smart app, and if that fails, I already have the brilliant smart app on my phone, so we can revert to that if we need to. As I open the box up, we have the unit itself wrapped in plastic and a little instruction manual with some QR codes to download the brilliant smart app and some other instructions for setting up the unit. So I'll pull this out of the plastic wrap. So as we take a look at the unit itself, it is quite compact, as I said before. If we take the IKEA trad-free, we see that it sticks out about as far from the wall, maybe a little bit further, possibly, but it's significantly narrower, which is going to be quite good when we want to plug in more than one thing to the dual GPO over on the set wall, and it's also a fair bit shorter here. It is important to note that this is not just a smart plug, it also includes energy monitoring, so it's quite impressive that it is so much smaller than the IKEA trad-free, which is just a switch on and off. That's all it does. So what I will do is I will plug this in over on my set wall over here, and I have my trusty test lamp here as well, and we will get this set up. So I'll plug this in over here. I will plug in the lamp and turn on the switch. Okay, so now that it is on, and you should be able to see we've got a flashing blue light on the unit itself. We'll open up to your smart, and we will, so it's loaded up, and we'll click the plus button in the top right-hand corner, and we will select a socket Wi-Fi here, and we've selected our Wi-Fi network, so we'll click next, and power on the device, we'll hit next. Press and hold for 5 seconds until the indicator blinks. It's already blinking, so we don't need to do that. We'll hit next. And it's blinking 3 times per second, so we'll tap that and we'll click next. And it's finding the device. Great, and we'll change the name to Brilliant and save. And we'll put that in the dining room. Done. Okay, so we are now in the Brilliant part of the To Your Smart app, and we've got the big button here that says on and off. And as you can see, it's turning the lamp on and off. We've also in the bottom left got this power button here, so that achieves the same thing. We have a timer, so we can add a timer in here so that we can create a schedule, and we can either do that once or on a daily basis. We can give it a note. We can have the app send us a notification if we want to, and whether or not we're turning the power on or off at that schedule. We've also got a countdown, so if we want to, we can set a countdown here, and I'll set that and the device will turn on in 1 minute. And we've also got the statistics for the power metering. So you'll see that we've got the current voltage and the total electricity in kilowatt hours, and the today electricity in kilowatt hours, the current electricity and the current power. So let's turn this on and pop back over to the electric thing here, and we'll see that it is drawing in the bottom left there. It's drawing about 4.2 watts. And I think, let's see if we rotate this, if it gives us a better view. No, it doesn't. So it kind of cuts off the labels here, which is a little bit annoying. So you can't always actually tell exactly what is happening on the device. So that's a little bit troublesome. Now I'm going to set this countdown again, and I'm going to hit OK, and in a minute it's going to turn off. Now, something I've noticed is that, like any smart plug, the sound of the relay is quite clicky. The relay is no louder than any of the other smart switches I've tested, but you do need to be aware of that. Now, I also can't hear any coil whine in either the on or off state, and the button on the front operates as you would expect as well. So now that we've got it paired with To Your Smart, let's see about getting it into Home Assistant. Now, because we've set it up in To Your Smart, it should be pretty straightforward. So if we head to the configuration and then integrations menu and find our To Your integration and hit reload, and our device count should have gone up there, and we will click OK, and we will take a look at our entities, and we'll see that we have Brilliant in here. So if we go back to our overview and scroll down, we've got Brilliant here in the list of entities. And if I open that up, we can turn it off and turn it on. So it works as expected there. Now, what I also want to do is see if I can find the sensor for the switch. So I'll click on the icon for Brilliant, and we'll click on that, and we'll take a look at Related, and it's showing me the integration. Let's take a look at the device itself, and the only entities that it's showing me is the switch. So it's not pulling the power meter data from the smart switch into Home Assistant. So that could be a little bit of a problem if you're looking at using this with Home Assistant. So that is the Brilliant Smart Wi-Fi plug with electricity monitor. Now, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you'll have picked up that I'm not a fan of any cloud-connected smart devices. The additional latency they introduce is off-putting at best, and as we've seen in this video, the To Your integration with Home Assistant sometimes doesn't have access to the full range of features that the accessories offer, like in this case, the energy monitoring. And that can be really frustrating. Now, at some point in the future, I will definitely be opening this unit up to take a look inside and see if we can flash it to Tasmoda. and I'll be sure to bring you along for that ride. Now, I have found a template on the Blackadder templates page for this particular switch, so I'm pretty hopeful that we'll be able to get there. Overall, there's really no major flaws with this unit except for the reliance on the cloud. It's probably worth mentioning that, at least as far as I can tell, this particular brand, Brilliant, only have devices built for the Australian and New Zealand plug style. And that makes sense because they are a local Melbourne-based company. And I like that they're a local Melbourne-based company. But it does mean that if your electrical system uses a different connector, then this particular unit probably isn't for you. The Brilliant Smart Plug is a good value smart plug with energy monitoring built in, and without the need for an additional bridge. It's a perfectly viable option if you can overlook the downsides of having smart devices that are tied to the cloud. So you tell me, did I get it right or wrong? Comment down below with your thoughts on this particular device and whether you'd want one in your smart home. That's all we have for this video, and I do hope that it helped you in your smart home journey. Be sure to comment down below with home automation ideas that you would like to see me cover in a future video. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up button down below to give it a like. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing now. And while you're at it, hit the bell icon so that you get notified when I release new videos each week. Lastly, if you like what I'm doing here and you want to help to support the channel, there is a Buy Me a Coffee link in the video description down below. Contributions through that Buy Me a Coffee link get put towards making more and better content for you to enjoy. As you know, I'm not sponsored by any companies, and I pay for all of these smart home gadgets out of my own pocket. So those contributions help quite a lot. Thank you very much for watching. I'm Stu from Hive Mind Automation, and I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. Bye for now.